I was 7, my brother was 10. We were joining the San Francisco Yacht Club. We bought the moonboat and we were launching it one day. We weren't members yet, but we had permission to use the hoist and sail a boat out of the SFYC while we joined. And old Cappy Robinson came down and chewed us out. And we weren't doing anything wrong, we were just launching the boat to go sailing. And he wouldn't let us go out. He made us put the boat back, and we ran up the hill back up to the house. We were crying, and I told my mother how he swore at us. Nobody swore in those days at kids like that, or at least that we knew of. And so by the time Pop got home and called Cappy Robinson and told him what he thought of him, we had decided we wouldn't join the San Francisco Yacht Club at that time, and my mother wrote a letter withdrawing our application and said, we don't want to be part of your yacht club. Anybody that treats my boys like that, we don't want anything to do with you. So that's when we went to Corinthian. In 1941 or 2, we bought a moonboat and sailed that competitively. When at Corinthian Yacht Club, I raced against the Roners and the Clazies and all the seniors. There was no junior program, and so we had to race against the adults, which was fine. And we started beating them and winning the Moonboat Championship. That was my first trophy. Got a 3rd place. I was pretty proud of that. Still am. I love it. Though I must have been about 11, I guess. Won a lot of races with that. My father came around the Horn on a square rigger in 1898. He was 13 years old. He ran away from Liverpool, England, got on a square rigger, around the Horn, jumped ship in Sausalito. That's how he got to this country. He said, I don't think they ever bothered looking for me. So our parents let us have freedom, I guess. They didn't know we were going to drown or anything, I guess. I was working for my mother one day gardening, and I didn't like gardening. And I said, I don't like this job. So I asked her for the afternoon off. I sailed over to Clipper Yacht Company in my moonboat. I said, if you give me a job, I'll buy a clipper. So they gave me the job, and I went to work for Clipper Yacht at 13. Creosoting piles, doing all the dirty work. No child labor laws then. But I was making money so I could pay for the clipper. I kept working for Clipper after schools, after I had my clipper and raced it, and so I could keep affording it. And then I had to go in the service. It was during the Korean War, and I didn't want to go shoot anybody, so I joined the Coast Guard. Before I went in the service, I had talked to Shirley and Cliff and asked them to save me the yard until I got out of the service, which they did. That was pretty amazing, because I was 18 years old, and they saved it for me for 2 years. So that's how Easom Boat Works got started, and which we ran for 35 years. I got back from the Coast Guard, and there was the Perpetual Cup in 1955, and nobody wanted to sail that race because they had to race against John Ford. So I said, well, I'll race it, sure. So anyway, here I was, 21 years old, new kid on the block. I had the boat chartered, and that's me getting aboard. And it was kind of a mess when I got it, and I took it to the yard and fixed it up and painted it and put the Woolsey white bottom paint on it that we used to put DDT in to keep the barnacles from growing off of it. The boat was a showpiece of what I could do with the boatyard. It all worked out good for me. Boat looked better than the Skylark, no doubt about it. We won the start. John had to go down because he was a little early. We were able to sail out from underneath him and tack and cross his bow. Put us ahead going into Crissy Field. It was close, but then it was really windy. It was blowing like crazy. And it gets more as the day goes on. And John had come from behind the Skylark, just plain ran faster than we did. It was blowing like hell. And then she caught us and passed us. And we went around Blossom Rock and we're going over to 14, which is off of Richmond. And she was ahead of us there. And I went around 14 and we were starting to get a little back on her, making a little bit and a little bit. And then we come into Alcatraz and John swung it real wide. And I thought, well, we have no chance if we just keep following him. So I cut the corner. We went in and we came out on top. Tide was better. And we were ahead of John at Crissy Field buoy, and we rounded 30 seconds or so ahead of her, and we just had to run down to the finish. And John started creeping up on us. Here he comes, and about that time, my brother Bruce slips over a foredeck and goes down the port side of the boat, and Charlie Weaver reaches over and grabs him by the seat of the pants and scoops him up and throws him in the cockpit, and Bruce is back up, getting the spinnaker straightened out, didn't miss a beat. Anyway, we go down to the finish, and it's neither one of us knew who had won it. John didn't know if he beat us. We didn't know if we beat him. We look at each other and nobody knew, and then they signaled from the dock that he had beat us by about, they said 0.8 of a second is what it was, the time spread. So that was that. It was a loss, but I didn't feel too bad about it. We gave him a hell of a battle, and John is a really good sailor, so I didn't feel too bad about it. Nobody else did either. I haul Yucca probably twice a month, clean the bottom. I just happen to have the elevator, which I can haul the boats out at will. And so it's just as easy, and I can do it by myself. I don't know how people have a boat without a boatyard. I don't mind doing it. I've been doing it for 50 years, or more than that. 60 years. 70 years. I was doing this, not exactly this, when I was 13, right here with Clipper Yacht Company. Jim Kilroy asked me to sail with him on Kealoha. And he brought it up for the Big Boat Series, 1964.
Every autumn, the St. Francis Yacht Club hosts its Perpetual Trophy Regatta. Simply known as the Big Boat Series, the regatta attracts racing yachts from all over the world.
And Jim had asked me to be local knowledge on that, and I was. And that was a great honor to be part of that program. And then I did 4 or 5 more Big Boat Series with him. And then I was supposed to do one of his last ones. And he called me and asked if I'd go. I said, yeah, I'd go. And so everything was fine, and I was getting ready to go. Then he calls, he says, well, would you mind not going? I said, well, no, if you don't want me, I don't mind going, not going. So he had some guy by the name of Dennis Connors take my place. And I said, well, that's okay. So Paul Buttrose got me on Windward Passage. They wanted me over there.
Hank Easom provided local knowledge.
I'd rather see you hang up here.
Okay, let's bring it up far right behind this power.
Kealoha is sailed as the arch rival to Windward Passage. The two could dispute for the honor of the most famous and most traveled. In the final race, Passage carried Kealoha virtually to the seawall in front of hundreds of cheering onlookers at the St. Francis Clubhouse. The two boats tacked simultaneously, passing through much of the same airspace. There was no contact, but Kilroy felt that Passage had not responded properly to his hail for sea room. Throughout the series, the beat back out of the North Bay was an equalizer, and in many cases, the boats arrived at the mark en masse, with the rule book and tide book complicating the situation.
Easy, way off up there.
Where if we think we get down there and lay it? Why don't we try it?
In the last race, Passage was confronted with both a powerful flood tide at the buoy and Kealoha.
No lower. Don't fall off, baby. Ready, bow. Ready, bow. Helm to lead.
On Passage, the beat was a last chance to outpace Kealoha and save her time on the big catch, while Kilroy took advantage of every lift to close the gap. Passage crossed seconds ahead of Kealoha, who finished with a protest flag flying. Kealoha's protest was disallowed, and the final order was Windward Passage, Ondine, Kealoha, Christine, and Merlin.
So I sailed on Windward Passage, and we beat the son of a bitch, and I felt really good about that. We'd do, I don't know, 75, 80 races a year, something like that, maybe more, I don't know, maybe 100. This was a 1971, it was the Marin Shore Series. We won that. That was a CCA rule race, the old races. And we won that, and we were quite proud of that one. That was a big thing to win in those days. I have done 2 Honolulu races. First one, 1955. With Cliff Peterson and Sandy McCormick. And I had a beautiful 50-foot boat that Sandy had just built. And it didn't go very fast, but we had a nice time. And then I went 1963, I guess it was. And we won our class. This was all before electronics, and everything was sextant and trying to guess at where the weathers were, no weather patterns or anything. And so we got first in our class and 4th overall out of 75 boats, so we were pretty happy with that. About 3 years ago now, I guess, we won the season championship here on the bay. I was 76 years of age to do that, and I felt pretty good about that. And I could still sail one if I have to.
This is ballast.
It's a bear on top. Most of the maintenance I do myself. 99% of it I do myself. It takes about every hour you sail, you work an hour, I think. That's about the way it is. Maybe not quite that bad, but the boat rewards you because you've taken care of it. No, the boat was built for Bartholomew, who was a big man down in LA. He was Commodore of the Newport Harbor Yacht Club when he had the boat built by Tom Dittmar, who did a magnificent job of building the boat. It was just one of the best jobs I've ever seen of boat building. Boat cost $43,000 to build in 1937, which was quite a chunk of change at that time. And the quality of the materials, it's all teak, deadwood, backbone, lead keel, silk and bronze fastened, double plank, Honduras mahogany outside, cedar inside. And it's really strong. It doesn't leak. I reaped the benefits of all the good work that was done to the boat. It was named Yucca because it looks like a yucca leaf. It's double-ended, which is very long and narrow. The boat's only 7'10" wide. It's not even 8 feet. We all discuss everything and have kind of work out a plan of what the course is going to be, what we're going to do. But I pay the bills, I drive the boat. But they all help and they have suggestions. It's an open boat. Nobody's bucking for sergeant is the thing I like about it. Everybody is just there to have fun, do a good job, and hope we win.
Count 20 on your back, 45.
Stay down!
I'm trying.
Give us your man out. Mate, sail. Got your tails underneath you.
Got one below you, one below you. Oh, he's gonna come up.
Okay, I'm going to jibe around the back of this 27.
I guess.
Little main height off, please.
145.
The second group, which was Division Non-Spin 3, showing class flag Bravo, was course 2. Repeat course 2.
135.
I think we better be on the other side.
3, 2, 1, go! Welcome, Corinthian racers. This is the Corinthian race deck, non-spin 1, flag Delta. We're showing course 2, course 2.
A little more out-haul off. You might even have to take it and push it through the boom a little bit. I asked Myron Spalding to design a boat for me. I wanted about a 40-footer, and nothing was happening, and I kept asking, and then I saw in one of the magazines about the Cal 40, which was a 40-foot Lapworth design. I said, well, that looks about like what I'd like. So I said, well, I think I'll go down and sail one before I buy it. About So Joy and I went down, it was out of LA, and it was blowing about 20, and we went out, and geez, the damn thing pounded like a booger. I knew it was fast. It was really fast. There's no doubt about that. And I just had my first laminectomy back operation. I thought, boy, I can't handle this thing. It's going to kill me. You can have a big auto tack up there. This is fun. Well, I bailed on it because I didn't like the way it sailed. So Joy, she said, let's go down and look and see if you can buy something. So we went down to Newport Beach, and I walked into Chuck Allman's office. I said, have you got an 8-meter? He says, yeah, we have one for sale. So it was in the morning, and we row out, and it was foggy Newport Beach, and here's the boats anchored off of Newport Harbor Yacht Club, and looms up out of the fog, and there's this beautiful looking double-ended thing, and I said, oh my God. Got the boat up here, started racing, and it didn't go very well. It's just kind of laid over. They'd taken 1,100 pounds of lead out of the keel. And for racing in Newport, in light air and everything, so I asked Myron, what do I do? He says, just start putting lead in it. I said, well, how much? He says, put enough until it starts to go. So I kept adding lead inside ballast. And the boat finally started to go, and I put 800 pounds in it. And it's still there. It's been there for 50 years, and the boat's been pretty successful.
I think you can ease the jib a little, Charlie. I must be way high, aren't I?
Yeah, just 5 degrees down. Come down fast.
Put the top pole pad down, please.
It's not all peaches and cream, I mean, but you have to be able to adapt. And you have to be able to control your situation as much as you can. Sure, I've been cold and wet and miserable and think, what the hell am I doing this for?
Yeah. Blue boat just got a big header there.
Yeah, that's behind.
Poor guy off.
I don't know how that got out like that, but...
Poor guy off bunch. Woo, that's a bunch enough. Are those guys laying it, Robin, do you think? On the starboard tack right here?
This boat has been really good to me, and I love the motion of it. I love the way it sails. It's not the best cruiser in the world, and it's not the best racer in the world, but it fits my needs just fine. I just get peace every time I take it out. I go out by myself. It's just a pleasure to be on. It just, I don't know what, it's a spiritual thing with me. I guess it's about the only thing I've got that's spiritual, but it's it.
That blue boat's got a big lift up there. Is he laying the mark? You can use the anniversary chute if you want to.
Way 200 yards below. Thank you.
2 o'clock.
Thank you.
Okay, ready around? Hold the main, hold the main. Here we go, okay. Here we go, anytime we can go with a chute, real light here. Main out. Poor guy off. Let's go. What's our holdup? Easy, Charlie.
Okay. Now you can go up. Right back. Right back, Charlie. Yeah, right.
We place probably 90% of the time, but winning takes a little extra, and it's not all. Don't win them all. We don't win them all. We usually place pretty well. We also come in last every once in a while. Keeps you humble.
Wrap up. Take all the wraps off.
Hold it. Try and keep it dry.
Basically, we've won more than our share, I'd say, and that's due to the boat and the crew. It's just all good people working hard together.
Ready? Here we go. Turn around.
I won't go to sea with anybody that isn't a friend or I know well. I have to be comfortable.
Here comes Yucca. Pretty.
Done any time now.
Gun coming up. Ready. Ready. Mark!
There it is. That's right. Early, cut the radio.
Yes, sir. Here, finish one.
You got the gun, that's all that counts. They were just trying to shoot us. Get that clear on the second time we started.
I don't mind losing too much. Don't like it, but I'd rather win. But You do learn from each experience. Every time you go out, it's a little bit different. And that's what's so much fun.
I think there's just been another change in plans, gang. Starboard side too. That's the other side, yeah. But it's the port side because you're facing aft.
Makes perfect sense. I'd say put it on the mud, I felt safe.
Now it's going to go to the right. Well, hooray, hooray, we made it.
Well, we're not there yet. We're close.
Holy God.
Usually,
damn,
Charlie, you're out of the bottle.
Gin. Gin.
Gin for me.
Gin. Gin.
It was bumpy and windy last week, and
Yeah, it was.
and then I watched the spinnaker. You guys got a little wrap, and then you finally worked it
No,
out.
we didn't get it right.
We had it reefed.
No, yeah, you reefed it. That's what you did.
People often ask me what's going to happen to me and the boat in the future, and I really don't know. I'm going to sail it as long as I'm capable of doing it, and God only knows how long that's going to be, but I still enjoy it, and it's been a great pleasure to own this boat and take care of it, and I hope whoever gets it after I'm finished will enjoy it as much as I have.